One of the most uplifting stories heading into the NBA this season is Yuki Kawamura, the newly listed shortest NBA player at 5'7", ranking among the 10 shortest players in league history. He stands a foot shorter than the average NBA player, which is 6'7", raising the question of how this is even feasible. Yuki's performances for Japan at the Paris Olympics astonished the basketball community, and after impressing with the Memphis Grizzlies in preseason, support for the Japanese star has grown. However, thus far, things have not gone as well as anticipated, and this short king is confronting the harsh truth that size is crucial, especially in the NBA. The odds are stacked against him, yet defying those odds is something Yuki Kawamura has accomplished his entire life. He never played high school or college basketball in the U.S., instead being a high school prodigy in Japan, winning consecutive national titles and becoming one of the youngest professionals in Japanese league history at just 16. He began making a name for himself against elite competition with the national team at the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, captivating audiences with his creativity and flashy passing skills. As he hits a crucial shot, Japan gains the lead. Now, he moves to try again, and the former Kentucky Wildcat Kawamura penetrates to make an amazing dive with seconds left. Cal Morris must create something, stepping back for a three-pointer, and he sinks it. Fast forward to the 2023 FIBA World Cup. Competing against top teams globally, Kawamura demonstrated his worth, averaging 13.6 points and 7.5 assists per game in the tournament, but it was where he truly attracted everyone's attention. Was that notable matchup against Finland where Japan entered as significant underdogs facing NBA All-Star Lauri Markkanen. No one believed in their chances, but Yuki Kawamura proved otherwise, delivering one of the most clutch fourth-quarter performances in FIBA history. With a 6-point lead, Yuki finished with 25 points, netting 15 consecutive points in the fourth quarter to secure the victory. This marked Japan's first win over a European nation, allowing them to advance to the knockout stages for the very first time. Following his outstanding play with the national team, Yuki Kawamura elevated his game in the Japanese Pro League, earning not only Rookie of the Year but also MVP honors that same season while leading in assists. He was selected once more for an incredible opportunity to represent his country at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Once again, Japan faced skepticism entering this tournament. Few anticipated their success. After a 20-point loss to the reigning world champions in their tournament opener, their next match against France was clear: lose, and they go home. Yuki Kawamura had yet to experience anything like this, sharing the court with talents such as Rudy Gobert, Rui Hachimura, Nando De Colorado, Nicolas Batum, Lazor Nina, and towering over them all, Victor Wanyama. Despite the wealth of NBA and EuroLeague experience, the standout player in this match was the relatively unknown Japanese prodigy. He dominated the game, finishing with 29 points and 6 assists, and somehow managed to grab 7 rebounds while facing off against the Eiffel Twin Towers. Amura's long-range shot had a great rotation, and that's good. Ma'anai drives to the hoop and off the GL, Mura dances along the perimeter. On the move, Ramar penetrates the paint, passes it back to Hassan. Rura heads to the basket, spins, and shoots the three, which goes in. Unfortunately, due to some quite controversial calls in the end that favored the host nation, Kawamura's remarkable effort amounted to nothing, and the French secured a fortunate victory. Without Rui Hachimura, Japan suffered a blowout in their last game against Brazil, wrapping up the Olympics with no wins from 3 matches, once again getting eliminated early. Kawamura exerted every effort, scoring 21 points and providing 10 assists against Brazil, but it fell short of bringing victory to his team. Individually, Yuki Kawamura shone on the international stage, boasting an average of 20.3 points and 7.7 assists during the Olympics. He stood out as the only player in Paris to rank in the top 3 for both assists and points per game, which is quite remarkable in a tournament featuring LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kawamura's performances drew the attention of NBA teams, landing him a chance with the Memphis Grizzlies, making him only the 4th Japanese player ever to reach an NBA roster. Most believed this venture would be brief since it was only an Exhibit 10 contract, making Yuki's chances of securing a spot on the Grizzlies roster seem unlikely. Everything shifted in the NBA preseason when Yuki Kawamura again surprised everyone by being one of the standout players in the NBA warm-up games. In his debut against the Mavericks, during garbage time, Kawamura made a brief but solid impression with a few highlight assists following a tipped rebound. Here, he quickly reacts with a precise pass slicing through the defense for an easy 2 points. Then, again, he catches the defense off guard with his quickness, delivering a bounce pass to Jay Hoff for a score. In his second game against the Hornets, observe how Kawamura attracts the attention of multiple defenders, creates space for his teammate cutting to the basket, and finds him right on cue, executing perfectly for another 2 points. Throughout these 2 preseason matchups, Kawamura demonstrated enough talent in limited playing time to merit a real opportunity. Thus, in the next game against the Indiana Pacers, he received a proper chance to showcase his skills, and to say he made a lasting impression would be an understatement. Kawamura tallied 10 points and a game-high 7 assists. These passes were exceptional. He expertly dissected the defense with no-look dimes, setting teammates up for easy scoring chances. Watch as Yuki drives in and leaves the defense confused with a turnaround no-look bounce pass to Ed down low for a powerful two-handed slam. Then, again, Yuki sets up on the drive. As if he's preparing to pass to the shooter, but notices the backdoor cut from the corner of his eye and delivers an incredible no-look bounce pass to Joff, leaving James Wiseman completely unaware of the upcoming pass. Observe how he utilizes his eyes to mislead the defense. Yuki, while driving, hesitates to finish against the shot blocker, positioning his body as though he's about to pass to Jaren Jackson Jr., but predicts the closing defender and wraps the ball around to the corner for a simpler, higher percentage catch-and-shoot opportunity that Joff easily sinks. It continues from there with a half-spin to evade his defender, driving into the lane, followed by a no-look behind-the-head pass to Jalen Wells for an effortless basket near the rim. Then, right here, an exquisite lob pass to the roller leads to an alley-oop slam. Oh my goodness, he also made significant shots during this applause game. Kennard goes inside, passes it out, and a three-pointer by Kamara is perfect. This wasn't merely exceptional point guard performance, it was a masterclass in playmaking, and it wasn't a one-time occurrence either. In his following game against the Bulls, it was more of the same. Watch as Yuki drives baseline and dishes it off to Wells in the lane. Then, while probing the defense, Yuki reads the play and anticipates Zach Ed's cut, delivering another no-look dime for a two-handed slam. A crucial skill for today's point guards in the NBA is proficiency in the pick and roll, and Kamara shines in this area, even though he hasn't been in Memphis long. He understands the strengths and weaknesses of his teammates. Observe the chemistry between Jay Huff and the Memphis squad as they employ a horn set. Huff cuts to the basket, and Kawamura elevates over his defender to locate him for a dunk in the lane. Next, they change their strategy, executing a pick and pop. As he navigates around the screen, Vich maintains drop coverage, and Joff steps out, where Yuki finds him, allowing him to drain a three-pointer from the top of the key. Yuki's rapid first step enables him to outrun most defenders off the dribble, and despite his lightning speed, he can still read the court effectively. In this sequence, he outpaces his opponent, attracts help defense, and dishes the ball to his cutting teammate for a score. Furthermore, Yuki accelerates past the screen, executing a one-handed, blind kick out to the corner for an open three. He only netted 2 points during the game, yet they were pivotal. With the game in the balance, Kawamura exhibited the courage to step up and convert the crucial free throws, demonstrating poise to clinch the win for his team. Yuki Kawamura ended the preseason with an average of 4.2 assists per game, which is remarkable given his 15 minutes of gameplay. Based on those figures, if he were to accumulate 30 minutes per night, his assist average would rise to 8.2, placing him within the top 5 in the NBA this season. While his passing ability rivals that of the league's best guards, his scoring did not meet the standards for an NBA guard. Yuki averaged 3.4 points, shooting 21% from the field and 25% from three-point range. Although those numbers fall short, the Grizzlies continue to see his potential and made the choice to change his two-way contract to a regular one-year non-guaranteed NBA agreement, yet so far, scoring has not been any easier during the regular season. UK has participated in 14 NBA games up to this point and is averaging just 1 point per game. It's crucial to note that he primarily plays in garbage time, indicated by his average of under 3 minutes on the court per game, but his efficiency remains a significant issue. He has struggled to adjust to the NBA's longer three-point line, shooting only 18% from beyond the arc and a mere 26% from the field. While we don't anticipate him finishing over 7-footers at the basket, he is unable to finish inside, period. In fact, Yuki Kawamura went the whole preseason without making a single shot from inside the arc, which simply isn't acceptable. The reality for a point guard in today's NBA is that if you aren't a scoring threat, you become predictable. During the regular season, teams take scouting reports more seriously and know that Yuki typically looks to pass, complicating the creation of opportunities for his teammates. However, the excitement surrounding him is genuine. Kawamura is a fan favorite in every arena he visits. Just look at the reception he got from the away crowd when he netted his first NBA field goal, a turnaround jumper. Why not? Yuki. A step back three, yes. Keep in mind that although Yuki Kawamura is no longer on a two-way contract, it doesn't prevent him from playing in the G League. So far, he has appeared in 5 games with the Memphis Hustle, and his performances in the G League have shown promise. So far, Yuki is proving to be much like the player we all recognize and admire, as Fee Johnson notes, with him reaching double figures at 11. Currently, Yuki Kamura leads the G League in assists, averaging 11.8 per game, positioning him well on track to potentially surpass the record for most assists per game in G League history. The fewest assists he's registered in a G League game so far has been 9, and he has achieved double-digit assists on 3 occasions. He nearly achieved a triple-double with 15 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds against the Birmingham Squadron, but his standout performance to date came in a game against the Magic's G League team, where he recorded 15 points and 16 assists, proving virtually unstoppable. Williamson stepped up to respond, and he did, as Kamura passed to Norris seeking 2 consecutive points, which he secured. Woodard II entered, sporting a trimmed haircut, drove to the rim, and laid it in. Castleton accumulated 10 points, with all 5 of his baskets seemingly coming from the restricted area. It's clear to everyone that Yuki Kamura is a generational talent in passing. He isn't one of those taller guards who can easily see over defenses. He operates among giants, perceiving opportunities that others miss. However, the same challenge Yuki faces in the NBA persists in the G League. He struggles with efficient scoring, maintaining a shooting percentage of 27% from the field and the same from three-point range as a shorter player. He must be capable of making jump shots, and despite his struggles thus far, there is optimism regarding his shooting potential. During the Olympics, Kamura took 11 three-point shots per game, hitting 41% of them. At the FIBA World Cup the previous year, he recorded a 35% success rate from beyond the arc. These figures are fairly consistent with his performance as a pro in Japan where, over the last 3 seasons and 144 games, Yuki shot 42% from distance. Clearly, achieving this in the NBA is significantly more challenging as it's the top league globally, but the sample size is large enough for me to believe in his shooting ability, and I see him currently in a slump. He mentioned in an interview that since high school, he has shot 600 three-pointers daily, so I trust that with this work ethic, he will develop into a reliable shooter over time. We previously discussed his struggle to attack the basket. While he may never be a high flyer or dunk, he has begun to explore his float game in the G League and possesses a natural soft touch. This shot could be crucial for him if he hopes to build a career in the NBA. If he perfects it, he will have a dependable scoring option when driving through defenses rather than solely looking to pass out to a shooter or find a teammate cutting to the basket. What has amazed many about Yuki Kawamura is that, at 5'7", he often finds himself tasked with guarding players who are literally a foot taller. One would expect him to be a defensive liability like most guards, yet Kawamura is demonstrating that tenacity matters more than stature. He has held his own defensively against taller NBA players, compensating for his size disadvantage with relentless effort. He is surprisingly physical, remarkably agile, can easily stay in front of his opponents, and gives his all on closeouts to contest shots. He can be a nuisance, picking the ball handler's pocket, possesses good defensive instincts in passing lanes, has excellent hands to strip opponents driving to the basket, and is unafraid to sacrifice his body for his team. This rugged determination has already won over Grizzlies fans, who are known for their grit and grind mentality. The reality is that Yuki Kawamura will face challenges in the NBA, and he is aware of this. He stated, "Playing basketball at this size is very challenging. I believe the disparities in height and jumping ability can be overcome with determination. I hope that my journey inspires kids who lack size to persevere." While all odds are against him, Yuki Kawamura continues to defy expectations. He is a 5'7" Japanese basketball player in the NBA, not expected to have come this far, thus, why can't he advance even further? When he initially signed, many speculated his contract was a marketing ploy to recreate the iconic Muggsy Bogues and Manuda Bowl photo with Zach Edey, aiming to resonate with the Asian audience. However, Yuki Kawamura has swiftly dispelled those doubts, demonstrating that he is an exceptional basketball talent. What he accomplishes on the court seems almost impossible, yet there are numerous uncertainties, as he is still averaging only 1 point per game and struggles to make shots at the moment. This aspect, despite his other contributions, will ultimately determine his career's success or failure. Securing a spot in the Grizzlies' rotation will also be challenging. This isn't a rebuilding team that can afford to experiment. They are a top 2 seed in the West, brimming with depth at the guard position, featuring Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Marcus Smart, and even Scottie Pippen Jr. Finding playing time won't be simple, nor should it be. Regardless of the league, Yuki Kawamura brings significant value to basketball and will remain a prominent player in international tournaments. With so many shorter guards thriving in the EuroLeague currently, if he becomes available, teams will likely rush to sign him. However, it seems his connection with Ja Morant might keep him in Memphis a bit longer. That said, this video focuses on the shortest player in the NBA, so it's only fair to redirect you to another video discussing the heaviest NBA player, Kenneth Lofton Jr. We covered his experience in the NBA with the Grizzlies, so click the box in the center of your screen to watch that video. Like and subscribe if you're new here. With that, this is DKM signing off until next time. Peace.